Welcome to Illuminating Catholics, podcast of the Diocese of Sioux City. I'm Dawn Prosser, Director of Communications for the Diocese. Together with Carmen Bauer of the Faith Formation Office, we will shed light upon topics of faith in the modern church. Our guests include Catholic clergy, religious sisters, and other experts in their fields to help us understand what's happening in the church today. We will explore issues, even the tough ones, and to find answers to common questions about Catholicism. Thank you for joining us for today's Illuminating Catholics, shedding light to understand the modern church. Welcome back to the Illuminating Catholics podcast. I'm Dawn Prosser, Director of Communications for the Diocese of Sioux City.
And I'm Carmen Bauer, the Director of Faith Formation.
Thank you for joining us for another episode and learning about another aspect of the faith. In our Catholic tradition, it is a corporal work of mercy to feed the hungry. Throughout the diocese, parishes and communities have food pantries, and many groups hold food drives to help feed the hungry. We are blessed here in Sioux City to have the Siouxland Soup Kitchen that has been feeding the hungry since 1987. And we have Soup Kitchen Executive Director Lynn Kluender in our studio to share how the Soup Kitchen works and how the generous people of all denominations throughout Northwest Iowa help them with their mission. Welcome, Lynn.
Thank you so much.
So glad you're here.
Happy to be here.
Yes, we're so excited to talk to you today. So welcome to the podcast. To begin with, can you share a bit about yourself and how you became involved with the Siouxland Soup Kitchen?
Yes, absolutely. So I was on active duty Air Force for 27 years, and when I retired, I moved back to Sioux City. And quite honestly, I was just bored. So I looked for somewhere to volunteer, and I walked in the soup kitchen, and I started volunteering there. And then things just happened, and people left, and I became the director.
And so as a director of the soup kitchen, can you share with us a little bit about your responsibilities and what your day-to-day might look like?
Yeah, so I'm responsible for the day-to-day operations. So, it's a little bit of everything. It's coordinating volunteers, donations, maybe the cameras aren't working, maybe the plumbing needs something, equipment goes down, whatever is needed. I fix it or call someone to fix it or just keep things going. And then I also get out in the public and try to share our mission and how people can get involved. So there's some publicity that I do.
Being on podcasts.
Yeah, right? So basically just whatever is needed, kind of oversee the day-to-day operations.
Yes, that's very important.
Speaking of day-to-day operations, people may not be familiar with how things operate there when you're open and when meals are served, things like that.
Yeah, so we are 100% reliant on community donations. We don't get any federal, city, state money. Everything comes from our community, and that's near and far. There's people that live in Texas that used to live in Sioux City, and their heart is still here, so they support us. It's whoever wants to support. We rely on that. And not only like food and money, we rely on volunteers. So we use 10 volunteers a day, 3 on prep shift, and then 7 for serving. So that is how we keep everything going and stay on a very low budget that we have. And then we serve meals, 1 meal a day, Monday through Friday, from 4:15 to 5:30 p.m.
And who are your diners? Who is eligible to come in and receive a meal at the soup kitchen?
So anybody that wants to come in, we prefer you be hungry because that's our mission, and we've prepared all day long a hot meal for you, and we focus on nutrition because there are some people that come in that probably need to make better choices. And we kind of believe, well, the first step to getting someone to make better choices is to feed their brain, right? Give them some nutrition, help their brain. But anybody can come in. We don't ask any questions. You don't fill out any paperwork. You don't pay any money. You just walk in and you be nice. And that's who we feed. I will say the soup kitchen back in 1987, from my research, started out just to feed the homeless that weren't welcome anywhere else. Because we do have people that are under the influence of different substances and that have mental issues. But nowadays, we are seeing that our clientele has shifted it's evolved into more low income is the predominantly group of people that come in. We definitely have more families, more children. We still serve the homeless, and we will happily do that. But we are open to anyone. And at this point, it's a guess just because I learn our diners. I don't know for sure, but I'd say less than 50% are homeless these days.
So a lot of food insecure, low income.
Yes, yes.
So you've been around a while. We've got different kinds of people coming in, different situations. So what's your average meal count in recent months?
So in recent months, we're probably averaging 175. But I will tell you, like, during the month, that number changes. The first week, first 10 days of the month, when people get their benefits, whatever those benefits are, disability or child support or whatever their support is, our numbers go down a little bit because I think everybody's buying their own groceries that are able to. But then the last 2 weeks of the month is when our numbers go up. Okay. And we have gotten well over 200 some nights. It just depends. I don't know what changes, whether it's the weather. I don't know, but yeah, we average about 175 a day.
I will just kind of iterate. I didn't stick this in the questions, but they post pictures of the meals on Facebook, and they just look so delicious, and we've been fortunate to help out, and the food just looks amazing. And there's always, vegetables and fruit and salads and whatever you've got.
Let me talk about that a minute.
Sure.
So we get feedback that's a lot of food for one meal. That's a lot of food on a plate. And I want to explain that this is some people's only meal of the day. And also what we're putting on the plate are their options. So if they have a food allergy or they're diabetic and they're staying away from sugar or whatever, their diet needs are, that's why we try to have a couple different options so that they can pick, so that there's something for everyone, no matter who comes. And then we also like to post the meal so that the people that are donating, they know where their money's going, or if they donate groceries, they can see this is how we're using your groceries that you bring to us, so they know, what they're supporting.
I think I saw a recent post that thanked the gardeners for bringing in items. So that is awesome when you've got fresh vegetables.
And that's important to us, too, in the summer, that we use fresh vegetables, because we build up our canned goods to last through the winter. So
I'm always impressed with the creativity. There's such a variety of the meals, and to be able to take a certain amount that was donated and, create something with that can serve so many people. I'm always just so impressed. My mind doesn't work like that, so whenever I see that, I'm like, that's a really cool way of going about stretching certain ingredients or offering new ideas.
I'm impressed too.
Yeah. So people ask us, how do you menu plan? And I menu plan a week out, and it's solely based on what was donated, what we have that needs to get used before it's wasted, because we try really hard to never waste any food. We accept leftovers from people that have events, and they bring us their leftovers so that it's not wasted. We'll work it into a meal that way. So that's why we don't post our menu a week out, because oftentimes it changes the day of. If we get a big donation in that, let's just say like leftover meat or something, and it has to be used right away, then that changes our whole menu. So
yeah, kudos, gold star for the creativity. And it always looks so good. Like, oh yeah, that's a creative way to use that. So good job. And so you're the director. So how many staff members are employed and work at the kitchen?
So there's 2 full-time. I'm full-time, and then we have a manager that's full-time. And then we did just start someone part-time to help us out, just because our numbers were getting too high and it was just too much for just the 2 of us. So she's helping us out part-time.
Mm-hmm. Great. Yeah, it definitely is busy. When we first moved here, I think 2021, and started helping, it was under 100.
Yes.
And that was kind of average at
that was
time.
A busy night. 100.
Yeah.
That was a busy night.
Now that's nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing. So from our research, we mentioned just a little while ago that it started in 87, and it started at the former St. Joseph Parish over on 8th Street, which is now part of the Cathedral Parish before St. Boniface Parish took over. So currently you have an ecumenical board that governs the kitchen. You want to talk a little bit about the board?
We do, yeah. So Gordy Lebowich was our board president for over 20 years, and he was a prominent figure in the Jewish community. And then his son did it for several years after that. And now we have Father David Escalano, who's prominent in the Catholic community. So our board members right now are very mixed with their background and their faith. And we like it that way because that's how our diners are. It's very mixed. They come from all over. And that's how our board members are, a very mixed background of beliefs. And it just works. We all respect each other, and the common denominator is hunger, feeding people, and it just works.
Don't you have like about 6-8 people roughly?
We have 10.
10, okay.
Yep, we have 10.
Yeah, and I knew Father Scaliano is on your board. So if you don't know, he is pastor of the Cathedral Parish and rector of the Cathedral of the Epiphany. And so he's president of the board. So do you also want to explain kind of how the Cathedral Parish assists in your operation?
Yeah, so we have a bookkeeper that's in the parish, and she's on our board, and she does all of our bookkeeping for us. And then we also have our vice president is Jeff Zizda, and he's on our board and a big help also.
Who will be ordained a deacon here in about a month.
Soon, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I just want to reiterate, we're not a Catholic organization. Right. We welcome everybody to eat, to donate, to be on our board. We're here for everybody, and we are everybody.
So kind of looking at how you do what you do in this ministry and this work. So starting with supplies and food, how do you acquire enough food to continually serve people every day?
We pray. We pray and pray and pray. No, it's all donated. We do have several companies that support us, and that's mostly where we get our meat. But when we fall short, we pray, and then we will use money that's donated, and we will go buy what we need when we have to. So we'll buy food from the food bank or any local store around here. We don't have any preference. Honestly, we go wherever we can get the most for our money, just because we don't have a lot. But yeah, everything comes from donations. We publish a needs list. We put it out on Facebook, and we keep our needs list on our website updated. And then we have an Amazon list. I think there's a Sam's list. There's a Walmart list, like every list. But our main one is on our website.
And how do people go about dropping off food if they want to donate the food itself?
So we take donations from 12 to 4, Monday through Friday. We have a doorbell at our back door. You just pull up and ring the doorbell, and we'll come out and help you or bring a cart or whatever you need.
Wonderful. And then how about cash donations?
They can do the same. They can drop them off. We have receipts for anybody, and whatever you drop off, we have receipts available. Our bookkeeper will definitely log it in and send you a receipt, email or through snail mail, however you want. But they can mail it in. They can give on our website. We have Venmo. We have PayPal. I think that's it.
Lots of good options,
Yes.
For a lot of people to participate and to donate, as it does take a whole community to help sustain something like this. So in addition to the food and the money that can be contributed, how about the volunteer help? That's, a significant amount of people every day, and how do people go about getting involved?
Yes, absolutely. So honestly, we couldn't do it without our volunteers. So we desperately need volunteers to keep coming. And right now is a really slow time, which is normal in the summer. We love that people are with their kids and their families. But sometimes it's really hard for us in the summer. But you can just go on our website, siouxlandsoupkitchen.com. That's where you sign up. Everybody signs up individually there. There's a few requirements, very few. Safety wear, closed-toe shoes. You have to be at least 16. You have to stand for the 2 hours because it is standing and moving, and there's no time to sit. Like
it's busy.
Yes.
It's busy.
The time does fly fast.
Yes. I mean, to get 175 people through in an hour and 15 minutes, like, we're moving. It's a well-oiled machine,
Yes,
so
it is.
we're on a timetable. So you have to be able to stand for the 2 hours. But there's just a couple requirements on our website that you can read and then sign up. And then you'll get email reminders, several email reminders. And, you just show up at our back door at your scheduled shift, whichever one you pick. The 12 to 2 is prep, and 4 to 6 is serving and then cleanup. There's a little bit of cleanup involved, so you don't just get to come and serve. You got to help clean up. Or even on prep, you come help prep the meal, and then there's cleanup of the kitchen. We try to keep it really clean just because of our clientele. We don't want to make anybody sick, and because it's small quarters, it would spread quickly, so we do keep things really, really clean.
It is clean. I will just say, it is really clean.
So can you give us some insight into the volunteers, who they are, where they kind of tend to come from?
Oh, man. They come from anywhere and everywhere, and that's how we like it.
Yes.
We have high school kids doing their hours. We have lots of church groups that come. We have businesses, office workers, college students, a lot of nursing students that need to get their hours in. Anybody and everybody is welcome.
That's great to hear. And again, you mentioned to sign up to start at the website.
Yes, sign up on our website. No, you don't need any prior experience. We'll show you how to do everything. It's not hard.
Great. So you're obviously just very dedicated to the mission of the Siouxland Soup Kitchen and ensuring that it continues to serve those people who are in need of a nourishing meal and companionship. So what would you want people to know about the organization and the people it serves?
Mm-hmm. So if you come in to help us, you have to have the mindset of a judgment-free zone, because you don't really know what you're going to see. There are people that are struggling for various reasons. So just come with your compassionate hat on for that day, and I think it will be very enjoyable and rewarding. Most people are so grateful for a good meal, and they'll express that, over and over again. I think they're very thankful. And we're just one little organization in this community, just trying to help people, get through a tough time, or maybe get back on their feet, whatever the situation is. Yeah.
And I will interject again.
Yes.
Sorry, everybody. Lynn and the staff are so caring, and they know the diners, and you'll see them go out and talk, well, how's this going? Or you really know the people that you serve, and this person only wants vegetarian, and these people can't eat pork for religious reasons. And you definitely have the compassion hat on when you're there. It's kind of neat to witness the interaction between you guys and
that's good
all
to
the
hear.
diners. Oh, yeah.
I guess I never paid attention to that, but I do.
We do.
Oh, thank you. Well, everybody has a story, and it's really interesting to me to hear everyone's story, and then you just learn about people and how you can help them further, or maybe you have knowledge of a helping agency that they need, and you can point them in another direction. And, yeah.
It's great work that you do, and again, the food is delicious. It is fun to work there. You will burn a few calories while you're working. That's all right. Wear comfortable shoes. So it's just a beautiful thing that generous people of all faith backgrounds, as Lynn mentioned, it's not a Catholic organization, but the different faith communities help out. People of all ages. I see businesses coming in. Again, Follow them on Facebook.
Yes.
Siouxland Soup Kitchen. And then we'll put a link to your site, the SiouxlandSoupKitchen.com.
Yes.
.com. We'll put that in the show notes, too, so if people want to link on there.
Awesome.
So it's great to see the different communities coming together to support the work of the Siouxland Soup Kitchen with contributions, labor, or if they have leftover meals or so forth, bringing that in. So they serve hundreds of delicious meals every week, and everybody is very nice and thankful, as you mentioned. So thank you, Lynn, for your dedication to the kitchen and the diners, and for coming on the podcast to share the good works that you do with all of us.
Thank you. You guys come in and help too. So,
Yes,
thank you. We have a lot of, actually, don't you come in like monthly or?
we try.
We have
fun.
a lot of groups from the diocese come in. So, we're very thankful.
And we'll keep doing it, and it's kind of neat to see groups from other communities. Like, I'll see their picture on them, like, oh.
We do. Actually, they come from Storm Lake. We have a lot of them come from Ponca, from St. Michael's in Ponca. All over. Like, some of them drive hours to come help us. So it's just touching that we have a very generous community, whether their time or their money. We have a very generous and caring community that is awesome to witness and be a part of.
That's great, which is what we should do. Like I said, corporate work of mercy.
Yes.
Feed the hungry. And thanks to all of you for listening to today's Illuminating Catholics as we shine a light on the Siouxland Soup Kitchen and the good work that they do. New episodes drop each Tuesday wherever you get your podcasts, the Diocese of Sioux City YouTube channel, or at lumenmedia.org. Thank you for listening to this episode of Illuminating Catholics, shedding light to understand the modern church. Follow us for more episodes on topics of the Catholic faith. For more diocesan news, visit lumenmedia.org.